Hey Sagittarius, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your storyline on this reading, check your other major placements. All right, we're going to get started with the Oracle Mystical Moments deck here for an intuitive vibe of where we're going today. What our week looks like for Sagittarius. Fascinating. Anything else for Sagittarius? Okay. All right. That looks good. Oh, man. Popular card here. Stagnation. It's coronavirus times. It seems like it's a time of stagnation for a lot of things and a lot of people. You could be going somewhere on your own volition, but you're not, and you're not chirping. You're not, this is like not tweeting, and this is like your Zoom meeting, everybody's on mute. So everybody's just really quiet now. You could be going somewhere, but you're choosing instead to stay comfortable and to stay, to stay comfortable. A lot of times when we see these balloons here, it's a mode of transportation. A balloon is a mode of transportation that relies on the spirit, on things outside of our control to move us forward. Here you have all the means and all the ability to fly off and talk and do what needs to be done here and all the bird-like things, but you're choosing to stay in your home. You're choosing to stay comfortable. You're choosing to stay in your comfortable silence and wait for something else to happen. So it's a bit of a card of stagnation. Stagnation can be fine. It can be part of hermiting away and finding our own voices, but that's not necessarily the vibe of this particular card. A little bit of stagnation, choosing to stay comfortable rather than go somewhere. And then we have, yes, we have liberty here. So yeah, this is my Shawshank card. This bird here. So you have birds. You're a bird this week. Something about ideas maybe, because birds in this deck can really symbolize ideas depending on their color. Oh, this is a lack of inspiration. You're just not feeling very inspired to give up your comfort zone here. Here, your comfort zone has become this cage. The door is open, you can leave. Exactly like this card, you can leave. You may not see that you can leave. You may have, the prison may be your mind, actually. So she's having to entice this bird out across this threshold because the bird has forgotten that it can fly and has forgotten how much power it has and how, like we can just travel on the surface of the earth unless we build giant machines. But the bird has this whole, 360 it can fly in. It's got so much possible freedom here, but it's really not, it's not taking advantage of it. And it may be not even seeing it because it's been in this cage for so long. So there's a big sort of dream here that's been going on for a long time that you've had on your mind, and it can fly. It can start going somewhere. It just doesn't feel like it or doesn't quite understand the dynamic of freedom at this point. It's staying in here because it's comfortable, but it doesn't understand that there's this whole big world and a lot of cool things that that you've been dreaming about that are possible if you move forward, if you cross some sort of threshold. So you've been very comfortable, but you're now being enticed to cross some sort of threshold for a dream that you have. And here we have not talking about it. This is holding back, holding yourself back, holding back what you want to say, holding back what you need to communicate. This bird in particular represents communication. And so you're holding that back. You're looking to the future, but you're definitely not talking about it. So we have both these cards. We have the not talking card, not chirping, not tweeting card. And we have the not flying card, not flying free card. So we've got some confirmation here of what we might be looking at. So I did these Work Your Light cards mixed with these Moonology cards, and we'll see where we go with this. Okay. Oh, wow, cool. Okay, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Well, this not talking and this not crossing the threshold pretty much is what we're talking about here. What needs to change? You do. The way you feel about things, the way you're not moving forward when you have the ability to. You're just feeling really comfortable. So, but you know, you're here to answer that question. Something's just not lined up. Something's just, you're not bringing it. You're not, it's you. It's not the circumstances, because the circumstances here are, oh my gosh, we got 3 of these. What? Okay, yes. I love this South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Here we have your past here, and you may not be seeing how free you are and how able you are to cross this threshold. You may not see that this door has been opened for you. You're still back here in this prison, in this cage, and having difficulty even seeing that the door is open. So release something from your past. This could be something, the South Node can talk about things that we're obsessed with, things that sort of block our minds from being able to move forward, from being able to go to the next thing, because there's a little bit of obsession there. So your South Node is a bit about what hang-ups you might have, or what you might get obsessed with. So don't let your past hold you back. This message is coming in a little loud here. Adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon. So you're on your way somewhere, but you've got a threshold to cross here. You've got a comfort zone to leave behind here. You've got some adjustments. So this is some hard corners to cross. I've gotten this card when I just needed to, I had to contact a lawyer for an issue. I really didn't want to. It just was like, oh my gosh, really, we got to do this again. Okay. But I did, and it solved the problem very quickly. But so that's what kind of, it could be a major adjustment, like, okay, now we have to go to court and we have a 3-year-long thing. Or it could just be like, can you just write this letter and let this person know? So some sort of adjustment is required. And we're seeing that just loud and clear here. Like this, I think this is saying this isn't working. This comfort zone thing that you're clinging to and that you're staying in with this not talking and this not moving, this stagnancy really isn't working. So even though it's been comfortable, you need to let it go, leave it behind, this past, what you're comfortable with, what you know, this cage that you know from your past. Adjustments are required, so you're going to have to cross some sort of threshold. You're going to have to take some sort of jump or risk or shift here, you know, make a decision and go forward with that. So personal issue reaches resolution. So there's something unresolved here. Not talking about it probably doesn't help, but I don't know who you're dealing with. Maybe that's the best course of action, depending on how reasonable the person is. So this is full moon in Cancer. So this often has to do with family, with safety, with protection, feeling protected. There's resolution here. It's possible. We're talking about it being possible. We're just talking about you needing to make some adjustments, aligning your life. So these are about making adjustments here. So, you know, aligning yourself, getting back into some sort of alignment, sort of with reality, I want to say, or with what's actually possible or what you're capable of. Because right now you're not talking and you're not moving, and you could be, and you're choosing not to. So you're going to have to like let something go. You're going to have to like possibly even let the cage go that's holding you back. And here you are literally holding back a communication that really wants to fly. And this is talking about not doing that. And I think that it's resolvable. It's saying that it is resolvable, but you have to get you in alignment. This is going to get the situation in alignment, and this is going to allow you to make those adjustments to the situation. All right, we're moving to the Ethereal Visions deck here. All right, Sagittarius, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, your what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Yeah. This is good. Okay, in your recent past, you have 8 of Wands. A lot of communication or miscommunication. I tend to experience this card as talking about communication, but there maybe was a lot of it or some miscommunication here, and maybe this is why you clammed up and you were quiet and you're holding back now because there might have been just a little too much communication and it might have not gone very well. So this could be miscommunication or just a lot of it. It's a pretty intense card with a lot of energy to it. And it talks about communication, it talks about intuition, ideas, that kind of thing. In your current situation, you have this 3 of Pentacles. So there's a team here that's ready to work together and work with you. There's different players here, different people. You want to build something, and you're going to need a team. You're going to need your architect, you're going to need your accountant, you're going to need your foreman and all of his connections and his people here. And here you guys are, you're discussing how to build something new in reality. So your current situation has you, talking to a team, but I see you holding back here. And so there's a lot of communication that's been going on with this team and with this group of people that you're trying to work with and create something with. Your hope here is the King of Cups. You're hopeful, or you have on your mind either someone or an energy for yourself of emotional stability and calmness. He can hold his emotional liquor. He's got that. We've got a storm raging in this emotional sea behind him, and he's calm. He can handle it. And so we're talking about mastery of emotions, not in a way that we control them, but in a way that we allow them to flow through us and bring us the information emotions are meant to bring us. Emotions are just touch and information. Like, does that hurt? Yeah. Okay. Stop doing that. Okay. That kind of thing. So same as with our touch and our nerves, we have emotions and they give us information. So you're dreaming and you're very hopeful that you're being emotionally mature. This could be why you're not talking. Maybe it feels like there was all this communication, and maybe you're like, oh, I really don't want to mess this up. I really want to, be really calm with my emotions and express myself very calmly. He's got his intuition is sort of the leader here. And yeah, his emotions are they're alive. They're not controlled. They're alive to him, and they come and flow through him. And gender doesn't matter. So that could be someone in your environment no, it's not, because it's you. It's internally. This is what you're hoping for. You're either hoping for a person like this, or you're hoping to be this person. I think you're hoping to be this person, and you're hoping that you are emotionally mature. And that's what you're trying to do, and that's what you'd like to be, is emotionally mature. Ooh, we have the Hanged Man as our issue, but he's reversed. So Hanged Man would normally be someone, the changes are happening, and you're getting yourself out of a situation, and nothing's happening on the surface. There's a lot happening under the surface, and we're figuring out the knot and that kind of thing. You are like human fruit that's ripening on the vine, and when you're ready, you're supposed to, leave the tree. You're a little pear here, and you're supposed to leave the tree but you're rotting on the vine. Like, the situation's just gone on too long. This is a card of stagnancy, which we got very clearly in this card. The situation's gone on too long. Maybe you were wanting to be emotionally mature and you weren't quite finding the strength to do that, but instead you've just let it go for a really long time. I think Virgo got a similar reading to this. So in your environment, you have this Page of Wands. So this is probably a person, because our court cards in this position are definitely, you know, tarot is such a murky little world I'm trying to sort through here. So, but this is like, there's somebody here that's a student that's been surprised by their intuition. This could be you. This was probably someone you know. They've had some sort of intuitive hit that seemed to come out of nowhere. And they're really surprised by it and very curious about it, and they want to know more. They want to know more. They're a student. Our pages are our students, our learners, our beginners. And they're looking at intuition, at a creativity, at something that kind of seems like they're out in the desert. There's not a tree to be seen in this thing. So where did the stick come from? So there's a lot of curiosity and curiosity about this intuition, about this new idea, maybe about this communication. I mean, normally our swords are communication, but I'm seeing these wands. We have the Eight of Wands. The King of Cups has got his intuitive wand well underhand here. And then we have someone just learning about, it could be sexuality too, learning about something, being open to something new coming in. In your to-do list, we have this Four of Pentacles. So hold on to what you do have, right? Hold on to your money. She's very fascinated. So you're being called into being a little bit fascinated. I do get a bit of a page vibe off of this Four of Pentacles. This is being fascinated by something that you have, by something in the physical world, by something that you've really wanted. And this is to pay attention to it. Pay attention to something that you want, to pay attention to what you already have in hand. So you already have something that you've wanted here. And you're supposed to be, you know, very much paying attention to it, learning about it. We've got two sort of real learner vibes here. This could be learning about money, learning about money management, learning about, but just allow yourself to be fascinated. There's this stagnancy here, and I'm wondering if the way out of it might be through fascination and just, you know, allowing that to flow through you and allowing something to catch your eye and to really fascinate you, because that's the energy you're being called into. Holding on to what you have, appreciating what you have already, and being fascinated by what you have already. It may not be, I mean, it's the Four of Pentacles. It's not the King of Pentacles. It's not the Ten of Pentacles. You don't have everything, but what you do have is sort of the beginnings of something, and it wants you to pay attention. Tarot wants you to pay attention to that. You know, you're at the 4, so you're not at the 10, so you don't have everything. You're at the 4. So, but pay attention to what you do have, the 4 coins you do have in your pocket, the things that you do have. You're supposed to be paying attention to that. And where this brings us is this Ace of Swords. So this almost feels like a creative process or something like that to me. Could be a relationship too, could be something like that. But this Ace of Swords, once you allow this fascination, and just pick anything, like, you know, what you have, allow whatever fascination you have to build and to grow for something. And then you come in with this, you're going to be receiving this epiphany, clarity, clear communication. It's like pretty much what you've been wanting in order to cross this threshold, and in order to open up and make these adjustments and realign yourself. I think you're it's funny, I don't really see like a depression card per se, but that you're being asked to, you know, become fascinated by something and to appreciate what you have. And this Hanged Man stagnancy card, it's got a little, and this alignment, this misalignment, this thing where you're just a little out of sorts here. And the key to pulling out of that is to make some adjustments, and one of these adjustments, and maybe even letting something go, but not letting everything go, like taking a step forward. And this is how you do it somehow, is by becoming fascinated. And then we have this clarity, this epiphany, this beautiful thing coming in, divinely guided for you. Some sort of clarity, some great idea, an epiphany coming in here. So allow yourself to get fascinated by something in your world, by your world in general. Get curious about, you know, these thresholds, and all of these birds and these thoughts and these ideas and these conversations are all pointing towards the future, and the future is freedom and movement. And that's going to come through your fascination with something that you have, something. The bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, and we have a bird in the hand here, I guess. So focus on what you do have, and get curious about that, and you'll get your epiphany and your clarity coming in. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. I really appreciate them. And not only do I appreciate them, they also raise the visibility of the channel so that other people can find these messages too. So I hope you have a wonderful week.